Maya is a social, vibrant woman in her 30s. Her friends think she's got it all: a successful home-based career, a loving partner, and what others believe is a perfect life. However, Maya harbors a secret. She not only struggles with health anxiety, Maya has an overwhelming fear of being alone. She will do almost anything to prevent herself from being alone. And as you can imagine, this affects almost every aspect of her life, especially her relationship with her partner. Hi, welcome back to session. I'm Paige Pradko, an anxiety and OCD specialist. Autophobia, or sometimes referred to as monophobia, is a phobia of being alone. Now, a phobia is a fear of something that's not inherently dangerous or harmful. The fear of being alone is different from the feeling of loneliness. Now, when you're feeling lonely, you feel unhappy or sad about the quantity or the quality of your social connections and relationships. With autophobia, you fear something bad may happen to you, or you fear you're going to be unable to manage it on your own. Now, there are theories that particular phobia may be rooted in deep traumatic experiences in childhood, or perhaps a fear of abandonment. But what I notice in my clients is the fear seems very loosely defined, but based on this false belief that they cannot manage on their own. For example, they often fear that they are going to have some kind of medical emergency, or they fear that their anxiety symptoms may result in a mental breakdown. No one will be there to rescue them. And this fear greatly affects their independence, their self-esteem, and every aspect of their life. If you, like Maya, struggle with this fear of being alone, the symptoms can be intense. Imagine high anxiety or panic symptoms like shortness of breath, a racing heart rate, nausea, shaking, indigestion, sweating, dizziness, etc. It's really a challenging condition that significantly impacts overall quality of life. Autophobia is not discussed very much, yet I see it in a large majority of my clients with panic disorder, agoraphobia, and health anxiety. And I hope that this video will bring more awareness, because the fear of being alone needs to be identified, diagnosed under the category of specific phobia in the DSM-5, and treated along with other anxiety and co-occurring conditions. Research does highlight a strong link between anxiety disorders and the fear of being alone. The fear of fear itself is a defining characteristic in people dealing with anxiety disorders, and the fear of being alone can further complicate that recovery process. Now, many individuals with anxiety conditions have created living situations and relationships that unfortunately reinforce and strengthen this anxiety and phobia instead of supporting their recovery and independence. Maya was so afraid of being alone that on days that no one was able to be at home with her, she found herself looking for friends in need of company, or even going to work with her husband versus staying at home alone. Maya also wouldn't drive without him. She wouldn't shop without him, and would begin to get anxious without his presence. And because he didn't want her to feel anxious, he would do whatever he could to not leave her alone. And you can see, as her safety person, he was reinforcing her fear without realizing that he was making the condition worse. Recovering from the fear of being alone involves the same treatment process used for recovering from any phobia. Exposure and response prevention therapy, or ERP, is a specific type of CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. And it's the evidence-based method for treating phobias. Now, ERP involves gradually confronting the fear of being alone by starting with short periods of time and then progressing from there. But safety aids, like having a safety person with you, or having them on the phone with you, or other distractions, are slowly eliminated while time spent alone, including doing activities alone, are increased. Now, as you can imagine, recovery involves educating the key people in your life about how they can support your independence without supporting your anxiety, while still treating you with compassion and understanding. overcoming the fear of being alone isn't just about enhancing mental well-being. It opens up the world to people again, and they genuinely want to do things independently and are so much happier in every aspect of their lives when they recover. If you need help, I include compassionate exposure therapy for the fear of being alone in my new program to help people recover from agoraphobia. It's called Power Over Agoraphobia, and it's coming out soon, and you can sign up in advance at pagepradko.com. If you have experienced the fear of being alone, please drop a comment below. Let's bring more awareness to this condition. I would love to hear more about your experience. Until next time, I'll see you in session. Take care. Bye-bye.